Hey everyone, this is Marcus Dee from One Candle Society bringing you another great paranormal top 5. Today's video is the top 5 things about Dark Room Enlightenment. This practice, used for thousands of years by sages, is used to achieve eternal oneness with the universe. In Dark Room Enlightenment, the person secludes themselves in total darkness for up to 14 days with very little food and water. This causes a wide variety of chemical changes in the brain, which some believe leads to universal compassion and eternal oneness. Now sit back and relax as I count down the top 5 things about this strange practice. At number 5, we have people are able to do this. First off, it's amazing to me that people can even do this in the first place. I mean, you're in total darkness meditating for at least 2 weeks. No talking, no phone, no light, and very little food and water to get you through 336 hours. Masters of this practice are even known to go through it without food, just a little water. Now, before you try to run out and try this on your own, be aware there are several dangers associated with this. Studies have been shown that people who experience this total sensory deprivation unprepared have been known after only 2 days to experience hallucinations, extreme anxiety, depression, and impaired cognitive functions. Needless to say, being able to do this at all is a feat that's superhuman even in itself. Number 4, you dream while you're awake. Being in total darkness causes the brain to produce more melatonin, which normally induces sleep in a person. So, being in total darkness after 3 days, your brain has built up so much melatonin that you actually start dreaming while you're awake. You are literally now always in a dream state. It's said that you are able to see and hear the subconscious mind more clearly when this happens. Masters of this practice say that they can be more lucid in this state, and it gives them more control over this astral realm. Freaky stuff. And this is just the beginning. Number 3, you achieve a clairsentience and clairaudience state. After 5 days, your brain has produced so much melatonin that your pineal gland starts to produce the superconductor, pinoline. It's said that at this point, we go through a stage of clairsentience and clairaudience, meaning during this time, we can feel the present, past, or future physical and emotional states of other people and places. We begin getting messages and thoughts delivered to us from the universe. Your brain goes through a waking state that has only been achieved by people during near-death experiences. Yes, your brain literally goes through a phase where people have claimed to see God and experience heaven, paradise, and every other form of the afterlife. Interesting stuff, and we're not even halfway done yet. Number 2, the darkness vanishes. After 8 days in total darkness, your brain starts to produce the chemical DMT. DMT switches on 40% more of the cerebral cortex. and awakens your nervous system to become more aware of itself. During this time, they say that darkness literally vanishes, and you see a bright white light. They say that this gives one the sense of being born again. They say that at this point, you're able to project your body externally and achieve an astral projection. Your mind is literally able to traverse not only the physical world, but the spiritual world itself. Alright, everybody, here we are. Number one, the number one most interesting thing about Dark Room Enlightenment. At number one, we have you actually obtain a sixth sense. Now, regardless of whether you actually believe in any of the last three things that I've listed so far, they say that after 12 days in total darkness, you actually develop a sixth sense. It says that if you can maintain your sanity for 12 days in total darkness with no stimulation whatsoever, you actually start to see in ultraviolet and infrared. With the ability to see in infrared, you can be in total darkness and be able to reach out and find someone just by their heat signature alone. Now, whatever someone sees or thinks they see in this state, they will be seeing it in a vastly different way than you or I would. Remember, colors do not exist in nature. They exist only in our brains. What exists in nature is electromagnetic radiation, including visible light, but also ultraviolet and infrared. Through the course of evolution, nature found a way to turn visible light into our perception of color. So when someone sees in ultralight and infrared, they are seeing something through a much different scope. Asking them to describe what they see is like asking someone to describe the difference between blue and red. Well, it's just never really fully comprehended. Thanks everyone so much for listening to this video. If you enjoyed it, please check out our other top 5 videos. I'll put a link to the playlist in the description below. Don't forget to leave your comment below for what top 5 videos you would like us to do. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on our latest content. You can always follow One Candle Society on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, keep believing, because we'll keep listening.